Hi, welcome to Planet Damo. This is next episode, and it's an episode that I've been looking forward to actually. Trying something a little bit different. So let's get to it. So these guitars, I met this guy at the Brighton Guitar Show, David, and he had this really good array of guitars. 1967 they're called, the brand. They're high-end guitars. And I sort of stopped by and I had a chat with him. I found out he lived quite local to me as well, so we were having a chat, and then I played through a few of his guitars, and I was really impressed. And that I just sort of stood back and watched. I went and grabbed a coffee, and I just sat back and watched all the interest that he was getting at his stand, and there was a hell of a lot of interest, and it's. What I'm trying to do is hopefully, by sort of doing this demo, is trying to help him get a little bit more attention, because the work this guy puts into these guitars and the craftsmanship, etc., and the guy's passion just for guitars in general, he wants to make them better. Based on his own experiences, etc. And we've all had that, we've all had a guitar and think, oh, if only they did this or did that. Now, this particular video is a paid promotion. However, I have been straight with David and said that I will give an honest review of his guitars. So I was sort of going to save it for this video and let you know what I think and if there's any improvements, etc. So I've got two models to go through, and I won't do a massive long detailed deep dive because that's not the style of this channel. It's just an overview of the guitars and what I think, and yeah, let's have a play through. So they've all got really nice I've got two models to show you today. So this is the Ultra. I mean, it does look amazing, doesn't it? When I first saw it, I wasn't overly, because I don't like Rickenbackers, and this is quite similar to a Ricky. Obviously a different shape and there's a lot of different designs. I mean, look at that mirrored scratch plate. You can do a proper Phil lineup with that. Look at that. So. Yeah, I wasn't struck straight away with this, but the more I look at it, and it just feels so nice in your hands to play. It's got quite a skinny neck, which isn't the sort of neck radius that I would go for. I like a little bit more of a fight on the guitar neck, more of a Gibson. I don't know. See, this is a Gibson radius guitar, Gibson scale. They both are, but. It's just, I prefer a little bit more chunk in my hands. It's a bit skinny down the bottom there for me. But let's start at the top. All the hardware is Schala hardware, so you got really nice Schala tuners on there. Is it Schala or Scala? I can't remember. The bridge, tailpiece, it's all Schala. Mirrored pickguard, as you saw. The cooker knobs, they're called cooker control knobs. House of Tone pickups, really nice, sort of quite skinny fret wire as well. Now if we're going by the finish, these are hand-built guitars, and they're not machine built. They are crafted by hand, so he's done a really nice job doing that. If I was going to be picky, this guitar retails $2,100. If I was going to be a bit picky, there's a little dink here on the top edge. The binding could be a little bit cleaner, I think. And there's a little bit of, on the neck joint, just in here, there's a little bit of like the lacquer is not bubbled, but it's a little bit stippled. You can't really see it, and I think once I feed that back to David, he will work on that and get that looking a bit better. you know, just it can be polished out, I think. Yeah, so aside from the cosmetic thing, I mean, the guitar's finished beautifully. It plays, you know, the action is lovely. The neck is set up really nicely. It's dead straight. There's no, I can't fault it for playability. The headstock, again, when I first looked at it, I didn't really like it, but even that's growing on me now. The whole thing, you know, it's just, I mean, you look at it, it is a beautiful guitar, isn't it? You know, I'm not sure it's one that I would play, but the more I look at it, you know, I open the case up and it really like, and it's a really nice weight as well. It is a heavy guitar, but it's not Les Paul heavy, but it just sits nice. I've not got it on the strap, you know, it's not, let's just sit it on my leg there. You know, it's not neck heavy. The weight of the guitar is balanced perfectly. So let's just have a little run through of sounds. It's got a 3-way toggle switch, like Gibson style. It's got Gibson style control, so 2 volume, 2 tone for each independent pickup. Let's get the next sound. That sounds really nice, really nice. That's the neck pickup. Let's go to the bridge. Got a nice chime to it, really nice. I've got my standard settings on the Black Star, so clean channel is sort of bass at 11 o'clock, mid at 12, treble at 1 o'clock. There's no gain on it, it's just clean. Rolled the tone back on the bridge pickup. I've rolled the tone back. Normally when you do that on a guitar, most of my guitars, you roll the tone back, and I've rolled it back quite a way, almost all the way off, and it goes really sort of muffled, like you've got cotton wool in your ears. Really nice rotation on that. Let's try it on the neck pickup. That's quite muffled, but let's wind that up. Don't know if you can hear that. So obviously my cabs aren't mic'd up. I'm just running through the microphone. So yeah, really impressive clean sounds already. So. You do just sort of want to play the Jam and, you know, 60s Beatles stuff on it, just the way it looks, but it is a rock. It's a rock. The way it feels, it wants to rock. So let's try some Dirt. That's the first time I've tried that. That's a proper reaction, because I only tried it acoustically. I've not actually plugged them in. This is the first time I've plugged them in today because I wanted a genuine reaction. So. it's funny because the funny thing is, David came to watch my band Big River last year. We did a gig at a local blues club, and he kept saying to me, "Oh, you need to try one of my guitars. You need to try this." And he sent me a picture of this, and it has got that kind of. He said it's got that Billy Gibbons type sound to it, which it has, you know. Let's try the neck. Middle section. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. I'm blown away. It just plays really, really nice. There's no dead spots in the neck anywhere. So to give a final say on this model, the Ultra model, it's £2,100. Would I pay £2,100 for it? It's always a bit of an unknown, isn't it? If you're going to pay £2,000, but and now I know the builder, yes, I would pay £2,100 for it. I would change a couple of bits, me personally, but everyone's got their own taste, haven't they? So I would take the cooker knobs off of this. I don't like the cooker knobs. I've told David I don't like the cooker knobs, but I use the volume a lot in my playing, so they're not practical for me, because you have to. I like knobs that you can just get your little finger around, and you can just slide it for violin and stuff like that, or using it for solos and stuff. With these, you can't do that so easily. You've got to twist them. You've got to actually get hold of them and physically move them. So I would put speed knobs on there. I don't think it would affect the look too much either. You could have a couple, 4 chrome speed knobs on there, but really nice. The body shape's nice. I prefer. There's another model I'm going to come to in a minute called the Lowrider. I prefer the shape of that because this has got the really sharp SG type edges to it. I prefer them rounded off. And the only other thing that I would prefer on here are markers on the neck, actual inlays, fretboard inlays. There's dot markers on the top, but as I've noticed playing it in here, the lighting is good, but I've not struggled, but I've had to sort of actually think about where I'm playing, whereas normally when you've got the inlays, lots of inlays, the dot markers on the top, and the fretboard inlays, it's a little bit easier. So that would be my suggested amendments or modifications, whatever, or I wouldn't say improvements because you can't really improve on it. David's built a really nice guitar, £2,000. The guy is really passionate, knowing him and the work he puts into it, the craftsmanship, and it's all really good. It's not just a kit build. He's actually made this from scratch. It's all decent wood. Like you've got the rosewood fretboards, you've got maple necks. The really nice hardware, and the House of Tone pickups. It's a beautiful guitar. So take a look at his website, look him up, 1967 Guitars. He's on Instagram, he's on Facebook, and I'm got a feeling he's going to have a website coming soon. But yeah, so that's the Ultra. I said £2,100. You've heard some basic tones out of it, and it will do anything. You know, it isn't. When you look at it, you think, oh, that's just going to be like a mod type guitar, you know. And a lot of the guitars that David makes are of that kind of vibe. You know, they've got the mod type vibe to them. But don't let that. Well, it shouldn't put you off, because this will do anything. You can play metal on this. You know, I'm sure if I put it through one of my high gain amps, it will perform really well. Yeah, and it plays lovely as well. The neck is fast. Can't fault that at all. David, good job on the 1967 Ultra. Okay, so next up, I've got the Venice Lowrider. This is my favourite. Look at that. It's like another mirrored scratch plate job. Slightly different body shape to the other one. It's more rounded off. It's more reminiscent of it's heavy as well. It's really heavy. Sort of holding it up like this, I can feel it pulling in my arms. Nice headstock design, same as the other one, but just, you know, I like it in black. Mirrored scratch plate there. Cooker knobs, which I would still get rid of those even on this one. And it's in I don't know if you can see up close. Yeah, you can. Look, like a really nice sparkle finish. It's Coca-Cola finish, apparently. The colour of it, Coca-Cola. And it's got really nice checkerboard binding. I don't know if you can see that. Really nice checkerboard finish. House of Tone pickups, Charlotte hardware, and there's a really nice Duesenberg. I don't know, is it Duesenberg or Duesenberg? I've heard people say both. I like calling them Duesenbergs. I don't think it's Duesenberg, but it's got a really nice Duesenberg trem system on it, which works really well, and it looks nice. This one retails 2,200, so it's £100 more expensive than the Ultra. I think it's probably because of the addition of the trem. It's considerably heavier than the Ultra. It's a heavy guitar. It's I would say it's probably the same weight as my Les Paul Standard. Nice Charlotte hardware. Again, I would prefer some inlays on the fretboard. Although the dot markers on the top are really clear. You know, you can see them. They seem to be clearer than on the other one. The only thing with owning this guitar is you'd have to polish it a lot, wouldn't you? Because it does being black. It's like having a black car. It shows every speck. But the finish is stunning on this. Absolutely stunning. I know I picked up a couple of little blemishes on the other one, but this is absolutely faultless. Yeah, I mean, that has got the finish of a £2,000 guitar. That is what you'd expect to see. Really, really good. I just love how it flashes off the spotlight as well. So let's run through some quick tones. I'm looking forward to playing this one. Different neck radius as well, it feels. I could be wrong. I've got a funny feeling this feels more like a Les Paul neck. There's more of it in my hand down the bottom end. It's a slightly darker tone to the other one, more reminiscent of a Les Paul, and obviously the body shape, as I mentioned before, is sort of reminiscent. It reminds me of a PV Wolfgang style, like Music Man, kind of. But it's David's own body shape as well, so you know, his own design. So it just looks really nice. It's, you know, it's not an SG type, you know, Yamaha SG 2000 or the Rev Star. It's similar to a Rev Star, but the body shape's bigger. again, it's just a unique design, and you know, I really want more people to see these guitars and start playing them. So just play a few tones. So clean channel on the Black Star, bridge pickup. Just basic chords. There's no point playing anything flash. You know, you want to hear what a guitar sounds like. You don't want to see how someone plays, and you know, and see how many notes I can play in a second. And the tremolo works really nice. Obviously, it's not like a floating whammy bar. It's not like a Floyd Rose where you just touch it and it will, you know, this is an old school, you know. Nice, just give it some wobble. Middle position, so the selector switch on this is like a blade switch, but it's a 3-way blade switch instead of a 5-way that you normally see. Sounds lovely. Neck pickup. I knocked the switch there. Still on the neck pickup. I really like this guitar. I'm going to be very reluctant to give this back, to be fair. Yeah, I don't really know what to say at the moment. Let's see what sounds I can get when I crank the dirt up. So gain channel on the Black Star, gain is all the way up, but obviously it's a low gain amp, so you know you're not going to expect heavy metal sounds. But nice. Middle pickup. like. Let's go with the neck pickup. Just roll the volume back. That's nice, you can get that to clean up really nicely. You got quite a kick there, you know, when that comes back in. You can kick that up nicely for solos. So let's give it a little bit more of a push. I'm going to use the double Durple pedal for that. This is on the Durple side. Oh, got some noise. Nice, but I mean I'm sitting right on top of the amp, so you can forgive a little bit of squealing. So those pickups are obviously really hot. I'm loving the sounds out of this. This is my this is my guitar, David. This is mine. So let's give it some more dirt with the neck pickup. You might get a bit more squeeching, but. Oh, interesting. That's nice. That's a lovely guitar. Would I pay 2,200 for this? Yes, yes, yes. I flipping would. And also knowing that you would have the really good customer service and the backup service from a really good builder. You know, it's all you know. You could go out and buy, yeah, by all means, go out and buy a $2,000 Les Paul. Which most of us would probably do, or most people would probably do, you know, rather than putting your money to an unknown quantity. But you know, I hope you can trust my judgment, and you know, people need to support these guys like this. That, you know, where else would you see this? I mean, let's be fair. If it had, the question is, if it had Music Man or Duesenberg on the headstock, nobody would think twice about paying $2,000 for it. Because it's got a name you don't recognise, then people are going to question that and go, well, why am I paying $2,000 for that? But this guy builds them from hand, from scratch. They're hand finished. Everything is, you know, it's just an amazing quality guitar. I don't want to give it back. So please check out 1967 Guitars. They are absolutely stunning, and I'm hoping that we'll see more of them on stages. So let's hope David's getting ready, because I've got a funny feeling that he might be building a few more as time goes on. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, comment below, etc., etc. Thanks again for watching Planet Damo. See you soon.